going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to be doing another Patreon request, this time for one of my patrons. Let's go, Brandon. I am going to be doing a Child's Play franchise ranking, which I've never done on this channel. I did do it once before on Return of the Living Fletch channel. Me and Kyle did it a while back, but today I'm going to do it for the first time ever on Faccis Cinema, and I am very excited to dive in and talk a little bit of Chucky. So without further ado, let's play. Like I said, I'm going to be diving into another patron request, a Child's Play franchise ranking. I am including the 8 movies in the franchise, plus the first season of the TV show. Let's get into this bad boy. Coming in 9th place, I have The Seed of Chucky from 2004, and it has a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is definitely the worst film in the franchise for pretty much about everybody, and this might be one of the worst horror movies of all time. I do not have fun with this movie at all. Chucky and Tiffany turn into pretty much jokes throughout this movie. This one is full-fledged comedy. There's really no horror involved in this movie at all. We got Redman in this movie, for crying out loud, and we have the son and daughter of Chucky and Tiffany in Glenn and Glenda. Do I need to say any more? We're just going to move on. Thank you. Coming in 8th place, I have The Cult of Chucky from 2017. This has a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. You may be thinking, wow, that is a really high score for you to have it this low. It's just too wacky, too balls to the walls. Don Mancini, this is his baby. There is continuity throughout the franchise. He never gets rid of that. The only good parts of this movie really are the Andy Barclay parts. The rest I really can't stand. There's multiple Chuckies. He can transfer his body into as many dolls as he wants. The only funny Chucky doll is the one with the bad haircut. Other than that, I really don't like this movie, and I've only ever honestly seen this movie one time. So that is coming in at 8th place. Coming in at 7, I have the prequel to this one, The Curse of Chucky. We are introduced to Fiona Dorff, of course, Brad Dourif's daughter. Brad Dourif returned as the voice of Chucky in this film. You're like, oh, so his daughter's just going to be in here because of him? No, she does a great job in the character of Nina. This takes it back to the old school Chucky roots. This one definitely is a little bit scarier. It does have a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if I already said that. If I did, I'm sorry. So it's another highly ranked film. The critics really like this. It just doesn't have that rewatchability factor that I want. I don't like the way Chucky looks all the way through in this film either. He comes painted and then the paint wears off and then you get the real Chucky. I don't know. I just think he looks really bad in this movie, and I'm not a fan. So that's why I had to put Curse of Chucky at number 7. Coming in at number 6, this might be a surprise, 1998's The Bride of Chucky. This has a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is probably a fan favorite in the franchise. I used to love it back in the day when I was younger, when I was a kid. It was so fun. The Jade, and I can't even think of the fucking boyfriend's name. It escapes me. It's just not interesting to me. This is definitely a movie is about Chucky. And it's very nice to get introduced to Tiffany and who she was and why she loved Charles Lee Ray so much. And then Chucky takes it upon himself to make himself a plastic bride as he turns Tiffany into the Bride of Chucky. This one's really fun. The soundtrack's really good. We got a lot of Rob Zombie in here. I love it. It's got a comedy and horror elements, so it's a nice combination of both. It's just, it was good back in the 90s. Not so much for me anymore, so that's why I had to put The Bride of Chucky at number 6. Coming in at number 5, Child's Play 3 from 1991. This has a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, the lowest score in the franchise, ladies and gentlemen. So you're wondering, why do I have it at number 5? It's still scary, Chucky. I've watched this one a lot when I was a kid. I'm talking like 7, 8 years old. This Chucky was scary to me. And he also has a really great line when he kills the barber and he says, "Presto, you're dead." I like the army setting we get at the base. I love that he is so savage that he takes out all the paint bullets and replaces them with real live ammunition. That's a sick and twisted motherfucker. That is amazing. I thought the guy they got to replace the original Andy Barclay he did a great job of replacing Alex Vincent, I thought, and I just thought it delivered on the intenseness. The final third act at the carnival was pretty damn good. The way Chucky dies in this film, falling into the fan at the carnival, I thought that was amazing. I really had a good time with lots of gore. I like this one a lot. I think it's very underrated in the franchise, so that's why I have Child's Play 3 at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I have the TV show Chucky Season 1. Obviously, this is the first introduction we got to the TV version of Chucky. I thought it went back to the roots, back to him pretending to be a doll, and, you know, just being hilarious, but yet being scary at the same time. The main blonde girl in this movie was terrible. We wanted her to die the entire time, but she never did, unfortunately. There's a lot of good kills in this. I like that they brought back Kyle and Andy for this movie. I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of nice callbacks to earlier in the franchise. Once again, the continuity is great. Looking forward to Season 2, which is coming out October 5th of this year. Very jacked for that. So I definitely got to put the TV show here at number 4. Coming in at number 3, I have the original Child's Play, 1988, and that has a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. You may be thinking, wait a minute, usually the first film in a franchise is the best. That's not the case for Child's Play, for me anyway, and for a lot of other people that I've seen. It's definitely a slow burn. We don't see Chucky until, actually Chucky until about 40 to 45 minutes into the film. They try to give us the angle that maybe Andy's doing it. Is Chucky doing it? Is somebody else there? Some of the kills are a little like when he kills the babysitter, Maggie. Chucky hits her with the hammer, and she backpedals like she got hit by a fucking freight train. That kind of fucking grinds my gears, but that's beside the point. This is classic Chucky. We get the classic music. You know, you're scared of Chucky in the first one, and definitely in the second one for sure. So I had to put this up here. It's a classic. It's a staple of the horror genre. The original Child's Play at number 3. Coming in at number 2, might surprise you guys, the remake Child's Play from 2019, 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. I know what you guys are thinking. You clicked off the video, you're done. Yes, the look of Chucky is terrible. I get it. But this Chucky, it's not really his fault in this one. He's not possessed by a serial killer. This has nothing to do with voodoo. He was programmed by somebody in China who got pissed off, reprogrammed that doll, then killed himself. And then he gets shipped, and the mom is played by Aubrey Plaza. Beautiful mother. I'd like to be her stepson, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. But no, seriously. She does a great job. The kid who played Andy in this film did a great job. We get to be with him more. We get to see his interaction with Chucky a lot more, and that he really needs a friend, and that Chucky and his AI technology really help him, and they really form a great friendship that, surprisingly, at the end of the film, you are sad to see what Andy has to do. It's hard. He has to kill his best friend in the end, and that's rough. That really is. The other kid characters in this film, they work really well. I love the age range of the kids. It's nice to spend time with them. They're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yes, it's out of order the entire time. None of it lines up, but that's beside the point. The kills are great. That freaking rototiller kill with the lights, amazing. They chop off the head, give it to the neighbor as a gift. Fantastic. The toy store scene, whenever all the Chucky dolls, the bears, all of them are coming to life and doing damage. Freaking amazing, badass scene. I wish they would have made a sequel, but it did not get enough support at the box office, so we're stuck with the one. So the Child's Play remake coming in at number 2. And that leaves my number 1, Child's Play 2 from 1990. Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back. It only has a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think they're very wrong. It has the best third act in the franchise, taking place at the Good Guy Factory. It's amazing. They got all the walls of the good guys, and they're going through it like a maze. And when Chucky goes up the conveyor belt and he gets melted down, and then he gets his hand cut off and sticks the blade in, so it turns his hand into a knife. Third act is just incredible. He also has a great line. How's it hanging, Phil? Kills the stepfather, but they're fucking creepy anyway. So good for them. They had it coming. Jeez Louise, I'm thirsty. But I definitely have the best time. I think Chucky is probably the most scary in Child's Play 2. That's when we get 100% what Chucky's supposed to be. Introduction of Kyle, Andy's stepsister. she forms a nice bond, a nice relationship with Andy, and she is willing to sacrifice herself to save him. It's a great bond, great movie, great environment, great Chucky. And those are my rankings for the Child Play franchise. Let me know your guys' rankings down below, or at least give me your top 3, so you don't have to write them all out down there. I really appreciate it. Definitely make sure to hit a like on the video, subscribe, leave a comment. That's something that never really happens that often. A comment goes a long way to get it out to the burping that shit up algorithm. Also, if you're willing to support me in any way, definitely check out my Patreon and my YouTube membership, and buy me a coffee down in the description box below. If you're looking to get a review or a request of your choice done by me, just check out my Patreon and YouTube membership, and they will give you the details on how to get that done. But let's go, Brandon. That was for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know yours down below in the comment section too, buddy. Looking forward to hearing it. You guys have a great day, and you are my buddy. You are my friend.